Belmont Shore is just about the trendiest neighborhood in the city of Long Beach, California. And it's also home to some old school vintage businesses like a liquor store, a hardware store, and this dry cleaners, which definitely looks like a throwback to the 1960s. So we have just finished walking up and down 2nd Street, which is the commercial district and the restaurant row of Belmont Shore. And you can watch all of that in another video that I've published, which I will link to in the description below, and I'll put on the screen at the end of this video. But for now, we're going to take a walk down Glendora Avenue, which is a typical residential street for this area. We'll see some older homes built in the 1920s. Many of them have been remodeled, some in interesting ways. As we walk down to see Belmont Shore's famous kiteboarding beach, it's always fun to watch the kiteboarders. In case you're wondering, the homes in this neighborhood are currently valued at about $1 to $1.5 million US. The original homes are quite small, about 1,000 square feet of space, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. But as I mentioned, many of them have been remodeled in various ways, including getting a 2nd story on some of them. I'm guessing that when these homes were built in the 1920s, they all had front yards. As you can see, many of the homeowners have converted their front yards into front patios, some of them very nicely furnished. And that makes sense with the nice weather we have here. And with these houses being so small, people can extend their living space out into an area that used to be their front yard. Some interesting tile work on that archway. You can envision people sitting out on their front patio, maybe having their morning coffee, or in the case of this one, maybe having a dinner party, or even relaxing on a winter evening in front of a cozy fire. This one looks like it could be an Italian or maybe Spanish villa.
I have on the list, so we have to do tile repair, we have to put in the glass shelves, swap out the plumbing parts.
Glass in the shelves?
That appeared to be some remodeling in progress. So you can see that the residents of this neighborhood are fortunate enough to have easy access to the beach. And it's a nice beach at that, as we'll see in just a minute. Several trucks and trailers over in that parking lot across the street. That's always a sign that there is some film production going on nearby. For those of you watching this in other parts of the country or other parts of the world, if you come to California, it's not necessarily a rare sight to see some sort of film or TV production taking place, even on just some random street somewhere. Belmont Shore Beach is well known for, and as it turns out has perfect conditions for, the sport of kiteboarding. There's a boat launch ramp up here. So you might ask, what makes this beach perfect for kiteboarding? Actually, there's several factors. First, look how big this beach is. It's about 700 or 800 feet, or over 200 meters from the street to the water line. That's 2.5 football fields in length. Oh, by the way, this is a nice walkway and bikeway that connects Belmont Shore to downtown Long Beach to the north. Oh yeah, so the expansiveness and flatness of this beach gives plenty of room for kiteboarding launch areas on flat and soft sand and with no pesky bluffs or rock outcroppings to get in the way like you would find in many other parts of the Southern California coast. Another factor is the accessibility of this beach to the kiteboarders and their equipment. Parking is relatively plentiful. We saw that large parking lot with the film production trucks earlier. Oh, you see up here one of the companies that provide lessons and support to the kiteboarder newbies. And also you can drive up this boat ramp that we're on right now to drop off your gear on the sand near your launch point. As we get closer to the kiteboarding activity, and way off in the distance you might be able to see downtown Long Beach and the port of Long Beach. So another huge factor making this beach perfect for kiteboarding is, of course, the water. Looking out at the water now, what do you notice is missing? Waves. The waves that SoCal is famously known for are absent in Long Beach due to the presence of a 2.5 mile long breakwater. Bad news for surfers, but great news for kiteboarders who love calm water and the ability to kite surf long distances into the bay. And finally, there's the wind, which seems to blow consistently throughout the day here, meaning that the kiteboarders can enjoy their sport morning or afternoon. Let's watch the kiteboarders for a bit, and then we'll head back to Glendora Avenue and walk down the opposite side of the street. Well, I always enjoy watching the kiteboarders. It looks like a lot of fun, and I'm impressed with the skills that they must have in order to do it. We're just taking the walking path a short distance. Back at Ocean Boulevard now. We'll walk up Glendora Avenue on the opposite side of the street this time. There's a nice patio with a barbecue grill. Oh, there's one with an ornamental entryway. And there are a few multi-family apartment buildings along this street. Oh, it looks like these people are pretty well settled in. So tell me, so far, which of the homes that you've seen here would you like to live in? I think I would pick the one across the street with the nicely furnished front patio with the full fireplace. I like that one. Well, many of the people who live here on Glendora Avenue don't have to walk very far to go to the coffee shop or get their dry cleaning done or go to the Italian market or to any number of different types of restaurants. And that's because all of those things are available straight ahead on 2nd Street. In fact, let's go take a walk on 2nd Street right now. Just hit the link on your screen. I'll go over and wait for you on the corner.